Hi, I'm Qin Li, Senior Learning Experience Designer and Researcher at the Digital Learning Innovation and Outreach. In this video, I would like to show you an example of learning activity created using the Learning Experience Design course. This example is based on the ideas shared by a faculty member who participated in the Learning Experience Design course workshop recently. Adaptations have been made for illustration purposes. I hope you'll find the example activity helpful and get some ideas regarding how to use the course, and think of ways to leverage the activities included in the course to enrich your classes you teach and help your students learn. In this example, the instructor was working on the social work course. He came with a learning goal, which is students will be able to create an engaging psychoeducational group. He was looking for some learning activities to help his students reach that goal. A psychoeducational group is a therapy group. It is conducted by a social work professional to educate clients about their disorders and ways of coping. It provides a safe place for clients to process their feelings and share their concerns and struggles with recovery. As such, developing an engaging group like this takes some professional skills, and it also has a big aspect of caring. Studying the 7 learning types in the Learning Experience Design course, the instructor saw this learning goal touched on 2 types of learning, forming and caring. Forming is to put elements together to form a coherent or functional whole, reorganizing elements into a new pattern, or structure knowledge into new insights, constructing new meaning of things. Caring is to desire to be a good learner, to develop a commitment to something, or a passion about the subject. The instructor took these 2 learning types cards from the deck and placed them on the table. Then he looked through the activities in the cards, heading to the color codes for the suggested supporting activities for forming and caring. After some consideration and contemplating, the instructor chose 3 activities he would like to use to help his student learn: collaborative inquiry, sticky notes, and seeing through new eyes. As signified by the color codes on the activity cards, collaborative inquiry and seeing through new eyes both correspond to forming and caring, while sticky notes speaks to forming only. Regarding how these activities could work to help support student learning, here is some reasoning. In the collaborative inquiry activity, students can work in groups to conduct research on different methods for developing engaging psychoeducational groups and their efficacy. They can then create a psychoeducational group development plan from their research and share it with other groups for feedback. Based on the feedback received, they can modify their plan and then use the plan to create a simulation psychoeducational group with their classmates to see how things work. If possible, students can create a real psychoeducational group in a contracted clinic where they do field work. However, developing a simulation group will work as great if available resources are limited. Sticky notes can be used as a supplementary activity to support collaborative inquiry. For example, students in each group can write down on sticky notes findings of a certain psychoeducational group development approach and compare their notes to generalize some guidelines and steps for generating a psychoeducational group. Or, students in the same group can write down on the sticky notes their preferred psychoeducational group development approach and the reasons behind their choice. From there, they can compare their notes and thoughts and decide which method to use to develop the psychoeducational group. Seeing through new eyes will allow students to take on an adopted voice, character, or role to gain a new perspective of their work. Using this activity, a student can take on the role of a client or a facilitator to examine how their psychoeducational group plan works. Any insights gained from the activity can be used to modify the group development plan. As a quick reminder, the 40 activities included in the Learning Experience Design course provide some interesting but general ideas for students to engage with course content and interact with their peers. You can easily adapt to them and contextualize them based on the nature and the needs of your course and make them fit your teaching preference and style.